Okay, guys, let's pick up where we left off. It was lesson 3. I did do lesson 3, but like, they did disturb me once again here at home, so I have to restart everything. That's why I'm delaying with the episodes and everything, because I did say this, I'm trying to do my schoolwork, because I have to do my schoolwork. So, okay. Okay, let's just watch it from the start.
Now that we've got our index.html in place, we can start adding some styles. So we go to the style sheet. Now the first style we're going to add is for the body tag. Alright, remember when you add a style for the body, it applies to the entire page.
Okay,
So the
body
first thing we're
applies
going
to
to
the
do is
entire
give the
page.
body a padding of 0. Now remember, when you are using 0 as a value, you don't need to put the px value or any other value. It will automatically set itself to 0. Then we'll give the body a margin of 0. And finally, we'll give it a font family of Helvetica.
Font family of,
remove the extra line. And that much we have to do for body. The next thing we're going to style, let's look back at our index, is this one, the header. Alright,
okay,
so let's style the header.
This one.
This one, we'll give it a hash header. Now, once again, to recap, why do we put the hash here for header, but we don't put a hash or a dot for body? Now, the reason for this is because the body tag is one of the built-in HTML tags. Just like your H1, your P tag, the A tag, these are all built-in HTML tags. As far as the header goes, it's an ID that we created afterwards. It didn't come with HTML. So because it's an ID, it will always, in the style sheet, it will be referred to using a hash. Okay, so now let's style the header. The first thing we do is we give the header a position of fixed. Now this alone will give you some idea of what we are trying to achieve here. We are giving it a fixed position. In other words, it will be fixed at the top of the page.
Okay.
So when you scroll your page up or down, the header will always remain fixed.
Oh, okay.
Right? So if the position is fixed, we need to now tell our style sheet exactly where this header is going to be fixed.
It's going to be fixed on the top.
At the top 0 pixels and left 0 pixels. So you've got top 0 pixels, left 0 pixels. In other words, the header will be positioned at the very top left of your screen. Next, we give it a Z index. Now, what exactly is a Z index? We'll give it a Z index of 500. Now, the Z index means that the header will always be the topmost on your screen. Now, when I say top, I don't mean top as in horizontally up and down. Try and imagine the screen as up and down, left and right, and then there are elements that will be closer to the user or further away from the user. So in other words, by giving the header a Z index of 500, it means it will overlay itself above all the other elements on the screen. In other words, it will be closer to the user, in a manner of speaking. All right, we give this guy a width of 100%. Again, width 100% means it will take up the full width of the screen. We give it a height of 80 pixels. And then we set the background image. Now, if you remember, the background image of our heading is the wood grain finish. So we've already got that image saved in our image folder. We're just gonna link it from here.
Okay. He is moving so fast. We're gonna give it a background image, and then we're gonna say URL, press tab, and then we're gonna link
Alright,
it to
URL,
image.
open round brackets, open single quotes.
Oh, open single quotes. Wait, sorry, my bad. I almost forgot. Then open single quotes and then image, and then we're gonna select image.
Images folder, and the image that we're going to use is called wood-bg.png. Alright, the letters BG stands for background.
Background, okay.
Finally, we're going to repeat the background. Remember, background repeat. Previously, we used
repeat.
no repeat. This time, we're going to use repeat X. So what this is going to do is, it's going to take our image and repeat it horizontally. So the image itself is small. What it's going to do is, it's going to place the first image, and then immediately after that, it's going to repeat it and continuously repeat it until the full width of the screen has been achieved. Next, we're going to style the header image, which is the logo for the zoo. Alright, so the header image will get a display of type block. This means we will be able to adjust the width and height of this image. We'll set its margin to auto. Now, what is an auto margin? We know margins to be given values like 0 pixels or 50 pixels or 100 pixels or whatever number. But what about margin auto? Now, margin auto is a very clever way to centralize an object in your screen. So this image will be centralized within its parent, and the parent of this image is obviously the header itself. So by setting the margin to auto, this image will be horizontally centralized. It will be dead center, and that will be set by our style sheet. We'll give the image a height of 70%. Alright, so it will be 70% of the height of the actual header. So the image won't be overly huge. It won't be so big that it comes completely off the screen. It will be simply 70% of the height of the header. And obviously, if you set the height, the width will set itself automatically. And finally, we give it a padding top of 15 pixels. That's to leave some space at the top of the image so that it is centralized vertically. Now let's take a look at this in our browser. You can see I haven't as yet refreshed the page.
I'm gonna save
Here's
it.
our header. It's huge. It has a plain white background, and you can see the header logo image is so huge it doesn't fit on our screen. In fact, we just get the word pine in there. All right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to save my style sheet, and then I'm going to refresh this. Control S to save and refresh. Fantastic. It's already taking shape. So there's my very smart wood grain finish background. The logo has been perfectly sized. And as I scroll, there's a very little amount of scroll that I can do here. As I scroll, you can see the map is moving up and down, but it's going below the header. Instead of going above the header, it goes below. It's as if it's sliding
There's a
underneath
lot of
the header.
scrolling I
Now,
need
we
to
achieve
do.
this using Z-index. So there's the Z-index 500. So the Z-index 500 ensures that this section of the page, the header, the part with the wood grain finish, is always above anything, and everything else that's going to scroll is always going to scroll below it.
Okay, that's it for lesson part 3, lesson 3, right? Let's save it and I'll see you guys on lesson 4. You can even see the time now. It's it's 4 minutes to 11, so I'm gonna post other videos tomorrow. I need to rest, guys. I've been pushing schoolwork. You can even see that I'm not saying anything much. I'm just doing what this guy is doing. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I promise. I have to do my schoolwork and then I have to get back to the FNB program thing. Ish, week 3 is not my week, eh? But yeah, we'll make it, guys. Good night, good morning, and good evening.